are drugged out. We are following other people's opinions. We are controlled by the media. And today it all changes.
Kanye West stormed the facility yesterday. He went into TMZ, and TMZ edited out of context what he'd really said. We now have the full interview. We're going to be playing what he actually said, so it's congruent, and so it's connected to the overall thought. And then we're going to play the edited pieces, which were obviously put out to get more attention. So that is clearly what was done. And, of course, the media is ignoring him, saying we're drugged, we're mind-controlled, we're all under basic attack. We need to break free of it and understand this is a prison of the mind they're using against us. It's even in the WikiLeaks that they want racial division to control us. Doesn't mean there's not racial division. Doesn't mean that's not real. It's saying they're exacerbating it. They're using it to lead us like a big bull. Even though, you know, we weigh 2,000 pounds, the globalists weigh about 20 pounds. Metaphysically, but they've got us with a big ring in our nose, leading us around through rubbing salt in the wound in a big way. And it was, of course, one of the most famous ladies that ran the Underground Railroad with the white abolitionist. I freed 1,000 slaves. I could have freed 1,000 more if only they'd known they were slaves. Harriet Tubman. And that's what she kept saying is, you're acting like slaves. Well, there were white slaves in Europe at that time. They were called feudal serfs, but they were almost in as bad a shape as black slaves here. They could be killed by their masters if they disobeyed orders. It's horrible. And it was Christianity that over 1,000 years ended that. So Candace Owens put out that powerful tweet. Kanye West obviously retweeted it. And that is what Kanye West is saying. And I just really admire him. He has a whole hell of a lot of courage, and we really appreciate what he's doing. That incredible news. Then we have the really serious news. Democrats openly, this is mainstream news, announced the plan to begin impeachment of the president, and that's going to be their 2018 official campaign slogan is impeach Trump. Should be stop America's recovery, launch a race war, derail things for George Soros. That's coming up. Impeachment looms large in White House midterm plans. The Hill reporting. And Zuckerberg announces plans to completely ban conservatives from Facebook. You cannot make this up. And this is up on Infowars.com. It's up at Newswars.com. It's up at PrisonPlanet.com from the great folks at ZeroHedge.com. And then it links directly to NBC News and other publications telling you exactly what I said the last few days. Israel is planning to strike Iran. They're trying to get U.S. support right now. I talked to several Pentagon sources last night. I talked to a SpaceX source who was going to be joining us on the broadcast today, but lawyers got involved and they're holding off. The individual may fly here in the next 2 weeks to be in studio with us so they can reveal who they are and some of the information they have. But Israel could hit, according to this source and then two others I called last night, Tehran's secret nuclear weapons program, which undoubtedly exists. That's not debatable. Bibi's not lying about that. Israel has told the U.S. military, we are locked and loaded and may hit Iran in the next 72 hours. All of Trump's generals think it's a bad idea. The Pentagon says don't do it. Why do you think they're talking to me? And they're trying to get people like Sean Hannity and Michael Savage and Rush Limbaugh and others to be more like Rand Paul and not push us to the brink of what could trigger a larger war, not just with Iran, but also with Russia. And you've seen all the stuff going on that scene. So this is massive. This is big. And it ties into Kanye West. Now, I'm going to reveal some information here on air that I was already partially aware of, but then talking to Zach, who, again, is a known intelligence source to us. We know his name, who he is, where he is his bona fides. and my other sources, I'm going to reveal to you at the bottom of the hour that Kanye West went to Trump Tower over a year ago when he was running for office and then when President Trump was president-elect, and basically said, whatever you need, I'm in. And has been coordinating with the president a lot of what you've seen. And so when you see Kanye doing all this, he's doing this as a soldier, sacrificing himself to be attacked and demonized, just like Trump's done. And Kanye's been let in on the big plan. And he's on board, a real man. Because we're trying to go interplanetary here, folks. We're trying to get off the planet. We're trying to stop killing each other over what religion we are or what color we are, all this stuff. And understand the globalists are using that to control us. Doesn't mean there aren't still fights. Doesn't mean we don't have differences. Doesn't mean a lot of that stuff's real. But we got to get it all out in the open and talk about fixing it. It'll never be a utopia, but ironing it out. Still going to have some wrinkles in that jacket, even though you took it to the cleaners. But it's ironed out. So Kanye West, you notice now, is more on fire. He's more confident than he's ever been because he's doing the right thing and where his destiny is and where his soul is. And that's why the establishment is editing what he said, editing what he's done to try to say he says blacks should never have been slaves. It was their choice. No, he's saying we're all slaves now, just like we were slaves previously. And my identity is not being a slave as a black person. You think black person slave. I don't think that, but a lot of folks do. That's what he said. And he said